Hey everyone, it's Rick. Welcome to another video. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do this is acrylic paint. I'm going to try and lay this out real quick for you with some burnt umber. I want to have some mountain peaks over here. Some pretty high peaks coming down this way, but then I want to have another mountain right down in here in front, coming in front of that one. Then I'm going to have some trees back here coming from the distance there, coming up here and around, getting bigger here. This will be water in here. We'll have the water wrap around in front of this mountain here and come out the side here, okay? So this is going to be a river here. Maybe I can put a waterfall right here, right in there, okay? That'll be cool. We'll have water coming down here and a waterfall here, and then have the river coming out this way. Over here we'll just have some trees on some land over here in front of that mountain. Let's do it. And we'll have a cool sky. So I'm going to use a, let's see if I have, I'll use, this is a 14 by 14, so I'm just going to use a an acrylic filbert to fill my sky up. I'm going to start with the sky. I'm using water as a to get the paint to run on the canvas. Let's start with a blue sky up here. Let's put it in. Dip your brush in water. Grab your paint. I'm just going to call the colors as I see them. This I'm going to just call this a light blue. Okay. Because sometimes they got some weird names on some of these colors. I'm going to throw a little purple in there. I have a little purple on my palette, so I'm going to grab a little right now and just kind of put it in there. Get it to mix with the blue a little. I don't want the whole sky purple. Now I'm going to go back to my blue and keep coming down. And what I'm going to do now is grab some titanium white, okay? This is just the underpaint, okay? So don't worry if it doesn't cover, the paint doesn't cover good right now. This is just the underpaint. Let's throw some titanium white down in here because I want this part really light around the mountains. And I may end up throwing some yellow in here at the end. I'll scum it in there. I'll show you how to do that when the paint dries. We can put a little yellow down here. It'll look really wicked. Maybe it'll look like a sunset, okay? So there's our sky. I'm going to take a paper towel now and just wipe my brush off. Actually, I'm going to blend it with a fan brush and get all these lines out of it. I'm going to bring all those colors together with a mop brush, okay, and really smooth my color out on the sky here. Bring all these colors together. And then I'm going to throw some clouds up there after I do the mountains. But let's bring all these colors together so we have a nice smooth sky. This acrylic paint, so it's different than oil. But I'm going to try and make this look like an oil painting, okay? Wipe your wipe off your mop brush, okay, if you have one. If you don't, just use your brush, your filbert brush. Just make sure you wipe it off. Let's do the mountains now. I'm going to use Payne's Gray to line the top out. Let's come in here and just design the top part of your mountain with Payne's Gray. Dip your brush in water. Okay, this is just an underpaint. There's our mountain back there. Let's start pulling it down a little, the color. Pull it down and shape the mountain. Let's grab a little bit of titanium white. Now wet your brush. Grab a little titanium white. And let's pull it down just a little more. Pull some of that dark color down with it. Okay, very good. Over here I want to wipe your brush off. And now let's pull that dark color down into that lighter color now. Kind of blend that in now. Try and leave it dark up here on top though, okay? Very good. I want to put a light color back here, which I don't have any out. So what I'm going to use is raw sienna. I'm going to put some raw sienna down on my palette right now. And I'm going to shoot a little primary yellow with it and mix those two. Half and half, okay? And it's going to give me this nice golden color. Okay, it almost looks like, let's say, honey, okay? And let's take your filbert brush now and let's put in that golden color at the base of your mountain. Just at the bottom of the mountain. Very good, just like that. It's just our underpaint, so let's move on to this mountain. Wet your brush, get your Payne's Gray. Just do the top part of the mountain, okay? We want this one in front of that one. Pull it down. Let's start bringing it down a little now. Wet your brush, grab some more Payne's Gray. And let's pull this mountain down. It's going to be a good painting. I've always wanted to do a waterfall. I haven't done one yet, so this will be cool. I'm losing my peaks here for some reason. I'm kind of painting at an angle here. What's going on here? That's alright, it'll still look alright. I want these to be peaks. There we go. Alright, there's some peaks there. Alright, now grab some white again, just at the bottom, and blend it in on the bottom of your mountain. A little bit of white. Wipe your brush off. And let's pull the mountain down. Blend it into that lower color. Let's put a little bit of that golden color down there again under this mountain. Just underneath the mountain. Doesn't have to be perfect yet. We're working our underpaint. This is all underpaint right now. We haven't started painting yet. Okay. Let's put our blue in now for the water. Rinse your brush off pretty good. I'm still using the same filbert brush for all this. Same brush, okay? It's a number 10 acrylic paintbrush, okay? Let's put our water in here. When you put this blue in, keep your brush horizontal, okay? Just like this. That's going to be water there. We're going to have water down here. This is going to be a waterfall. I'm excited. I'm excited to do a waterfall here. Now, our waterfall is going to drop down here. So we need to, we're going to have to put a ledge in here. So what I'm going to do right now is grab some brown. And this will make sense once I put the water in. We're going to need some kind of ledge right here, okay? Let's just darken it in right now. It'll make sense once I get the this waterfall in, because the water is going to drop down here now, okay? From up here to down here. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Wet your brush. Let's get some more blue. Fill this river in here. Let's just put a light blue here underneath where it's going to be white, but I just want to fill in all the underpaint right now. Let me put the waterfall in right now. I'm going to use a fan brush, number 2, so you can see how this is going to work, so you don't shut the video off. Get a number 2 fan brush. I'm using an oil fan brush because the bristles are a lot stouter, okay? So what you're going to do is run some white down like this, okay? This one we're going to go from this way. Just like that, okay? That's enough for now. I just want you to see the waterfall and why this had to be brown right there. What I'm going to do is actually get a little brown on my knife here and kind of show you. This is going to end up being like a cliff here, okay? Can you see that? I hope that's showing up right. Put a little white on it. It's going to be a drop off, basically, okay? Doesn't that look good? So if there's a drop off here with brown, I'm going to put a little brown over here too on the side as well. Okay. Just like that. There we go. So we got water coming here, dropping off down here into the river. Our underpaint's done. Let's move on. I'm going to grab a smaller number 6 filbert brush and let's put some clouds up there now. Let's do the clouds next. I'm going to use titanium white. If you start doing a lot of landscapes with me, just buy the big tube of white, okay? Because you go through a lot of white, or I do, so. Because I like to do white clouds, okay? Now remember, at the end, I think I'm going to put yellow down here, so let's leave this open just down here. So I'm going to start my cloud about right in here. what I'm going to do is stamp in what I would think is the top of the cloud, okay? Which is the way I always do it. Just doing the top part of the cloud. Let's do another one. Let's do one coming up, maybe behind the mountain here. Small one there. Let's do one here, small one. I'm going to do a few more and then we'll have to, this one's going to come up and maybe all the way to the side there. What I like to do now is just keep putting color underneath it to make it bigger to the size I want it. It looks like I'm stamping it, but I'm actually, you can brush it on like this, okay? Or you can call it stamping. Now before this dries, take your brush at the very bottom and pull it to the right. Blend the bottom into the sky, okay? Just the bottom part. Blend it out. Same thing on this small one. Just at the bottom. Get a blend on it. Just pull the bottom of your cloud so it kind of mixes with the sky a little bit, okay? It's an easy way to do acrylic clouds, but I'm going to show you how to add more color to the sky now, or clouds. Grab some of that blue, get a little of that blue on your brush, just a little, and what we're going to do is we're going to add some blue up in some of these clouds, okay? Watch, I'm going to separate this cloud a little bit with some blue. Just stamp it right into the white and get it to mix in there, okay? Doesn't that look good? Let's keep moving on. Let's put some snow up there. I'll do some more clouds in a little bit, but let's start running our snow. We're going to use white. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to try and do it a little different. I see peaks everywhere here, so what I'm going to do is put a little snow everywhere where I see peaks, just a little bit. I'm going to bring it down and then pull it to the right. Down and a little bit to the right. Not too much snow on these today. I usually cover the whole mountain, but I want it to look, I want less snow, okay? Same thing on this one up here. I'm going to pull it down a little. This one I'm actually going to follow the edge so I can define the edge of this mountain here, okay? But over here, just a little, pull it down to the right, down and to the right. Maybe these are more like, they're smaller mountains, but they're like cliffs, okay? Now I'm going to mix a little bit of my blue from the sky and some white together. And a little bit of Payne's Gray. to get the shade color here. I like this dark color though, but everywhere you put that white, let's pull a little bit of this bluish shade color, is what I call it. It's the part of the mountain that's going to be in the shade, okay? Just pull a little bit next to the white. And I'm just going to scum it over here just a little. Just like that. Now wipe your brush off. Let's rinse the brush off. And then wipe it off. Where these two colors come together now, the white and the blue, let's blend those in. Where the white and the blue come together. And the bottom too. Blend that bottom. You gotta hurry because this paint dries fast. I don't have a retarder in it. But there's that back mountain. I like that. Wow, that looks good. I'm going to leave some of this dark color in there. Let's put the shadow color or the shade color on this mountain now. Just right next to your white. It's blue and white and gray. All right, there we go. You could see how the white is already soaking in. So what I do at the end of the painting, I'll probably hit this with some more white after it dries a bit. Okay. There's that mountain. Take a little, wet your brush and get a little white on it right now. And let's blend it in at the bottom of the mountain here. Just blend it in, some white, really loosely to get that to mix in there. All right. Now, let's get some more white. We're going to re-hit the white on there. I think it's already pretty dry. There we go. That looks better. Very good. I kind of like that. Let's do some trees back here now. I'm going to use my number 2 fan brush. I mixed some blue and my favorite mixing color, raw sienna, together to make a nice cool green, dark green. But back here I'm going to lighten it up just a little with maybe some light blue. If I use white, it'll really make it too light. Let's put a row of trees now. We're going to have a trees coming from here. How did I say? From way back here, maybe on the water's edge. Yeah, right on top of the water here, really small. And then we're going to grow up. Not too high, leave some of this golden color in here, okay? And then let's bring it down with your fan brush all the way down to the water. These are going to be trees coming from way back there. Now wipe your brush off. Rinse it off first. And then wipe it off with a paper towel. Okay. And with the corner, come in here and pull up while it's wet. If it's not wet, you can wet your brush, but let's pull a little bit down at the bottom with your fan brush to the left. Over here, you're just going to go straight across, okay? Just like that. I like that. I'm going to leave it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few indications of evergreen trees here. Just like that, okay? Paint really loose. Let's do the same thing down here. Let's start with let's just start with some bushes on top of this cliff first. This is that green I made. Let's just put some bushes in here. Very good. So now I want to have some pretty cool trees over here. I gotta really clean my brush. It's not working right, but that's all right. I'll fix them. So we'll have some trees here. You can bring a few more down if you want. Okay. Just like that. This is looking pretty good. I mean, let's see where I'm at on time. 28 minutes. I really like it so far. Let's pull at the bottom of your color. Let's pull to the right to smooth that out. Okay. Very good. Wow. It's looking really good. I'm going to rinse that brush off and wet it. I'm going to pull some water from the shore here. Go straight across the back there. Pull this straight. Pull some water here. All right, there we go. Down here at the bottom, what we want to do is just stamp in some water down here, like it's splashing up, okay? Just like that, not too much. Very good. Get some more white, and at the bottom of your cliff, let's pull some white down there. I really like this. It's looking good. I'm going to go back to my sky now and use my filbert brush. And I'm going to put a big cloud up in here. I'm going to start one. I think I'm going to do one right behind this one, like this. Watch. Just like that. And then just fill this all in behind it. Over here, I'm going to wet my brush. And stamp one across the back. I'm trying to go fast now because I'm running out of time. Wipe your brush off, and let's pull this one to the left at the bottom. Just blend it in at the bottom. Gonna make it look like it's blowing. Very good. Now let's get some of that blue on your brush again. Very little. And we're going to separate some of these clouds here by just putting some blue in here, okay? Just at the top. All right, that looks good. I like that. I'm going to keep the middle open like that. I'm going to put one, just a white spot up there, blend it in. All right, guys, I think, I mean, I could do a lot more, but I want to leave some of it for you to add on to it. You could do whatever you want to it now, okay? I got you started. Let me make this a little darker here real quick. This is going to end up being a cliff, so I'm going to pull the color down. I'm going to add some of the golden color in here now in certain spots to give it some different color. To make this look really good, you should use your knife and let me try pulling some white down and see what it looks like. Just a little white. Like this. Just hit it. Doesn't have to be a lot, okay? Just kind of glaze it across. Oh, I'm glad I showed you that. I want to glaze that before I shut this off. Okay, so I'm going to grab my big filbert brush, make sure it's clean. I'm going to put some yellow, if I got room on my palette here. And I'm going to wet the yellow pretty good. Just get it to run like really wet, okay? And right here in between the mountains, let's put some of this yellow. be about that high. That's about it. Okay, so maybe it looks like the sun's coming up or it went down. Okay. All right, guys, that's all I want to do on this one. I just wanted to set you up with a cool waterfall. I think that looks pretty amazing. Keep working your mountains, your clouds, put more trees in there. That looks pretty wicked for 35 minutes. All right, guys. Cheers, and we'll see you on the next video. Look at that waterfall. Man, all the water splashing up. That looks pretty cool. I didn't even highlight the trees or nothing, but there's still a lot to do, but you can finish it up. All right. Cheers.